Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't have asked so much for some base defense features in this game because it is super tough. Hello rat bags, I'm going to show you guys the mixer locations and what to expect with the ones that we know of now. We obviously knew there was a couple as it was shown off in PAX East, but there was 3 others and what would they entail? So let's go. So to start off, you need to go and speak to Burgle first. You may come across some of the mixer machines, but until you speak to Burgle at the Oak station, then you will not be able to access or activate any of the mixers. A few little things have changed with the story and how you progress, but once you've got some of the stuff on board, you should then be able to go and try the first mixer if you want, which is in the Grasslands, just on the border between the dead grass zone and very close to the anthill, the red anthill. Here it is on the map so you can see. So with some good armour and maybe some light defences, you should make easy work of this. I am in almost creative mode. I have got the bugs attacking me and I am doing obviously damage, but I'm not taking any damage. Just to show you a highlight, it's going to take some pretty in-depth studying and tutorials with these, and I'm definitely down for doing that. I did want to just show you what to expect with all of them. So you will get attacked by regular ants, soldier ants and mites. And despite what we heard during the stream where they should ignore you and go straight for this, they do attack you as well. Now you can see even mites are doing a fair bit of damage. You've got the 2 bars, you've got the overdrive bar, which is the purple one. That's the one we need to get to full so that we can access the science points as a reward. But obviously if the red bar goes all the way to the bottom, to the left, that means that creatures have destroyed the mixer. Now I turn my back for 2 seconds just to mess around and try and craft something, and when I come back they'd already destroyed the mixer. You don't need any other requirements for these. As long as you've got a repair tool, you can go ahead and repair it and try it again. But once you have defeated it, that's it. You won't be able to replay the mixer currently. Also, I'm pretty sure that I couldn't repair it when the actual event was active. And again, this was something different from the stream where they originally said you would be able to repair it. They're going to nerf that anyway. So if that's the case, if it has rolled out and you can repair it, don't expect that to last. So basically, you can't have someone sitting there just repairing while you and your friends take care of any of the bugs. This time I put some spiky strips around and that seemed to help a lot. My gosh though, does it kick up a massive amount of noise. The ground starts shaking and more bugs will start getting to you. It seems pretty easy at first, and yes, I know I'm not taking any damage, but I can still sense and tell, yeah, I can handle a few ants and a few mites, no problem. You'll get like 3 ants approach you first, then some mites, then the soldier ants, and then it carries on, but they will start increasing a little bit in number and frequency as it gets towards the end. You can also do damage to the mixer yourself if you're swinging and hitting it too close, and it can take damage from quite a distance. So yes, you also got to be on the lookout for exploding weevils. The infected weevils will attack towards the end of this one. So definitely not as easy as the first fall. As it got closer and closer, I started getting more of the exploding weevils. I think I had at least 3 or 4 approach the mixer in the end, and then obviously more soldier ants and more regular ants, and it really destroyed it as long as I managed to just defeat them before they exploded. You can build absolutely almost right up to the mixer, you can almost encase it in stuff, but again, insects can do quite a lot of splash damage, so if they're destroying pieces near to it, they will destroy the mixer too. They do tend to go for big base pieces, they're pretty intelligent, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But you can see this one just about stopped from blowing it up before it reached its total. So yeah, these will also scale apparently if you've got other players, so it might be even more difficult. You can see I'm trying to repair it, but it wasn't actually doing anything. And then all of a sudden they all came out of nowhere, and I was very lucky to finish this before getting overwhelmed by a whole bunch of them. I'm absolutely in love with this. I think it's going to help a lot. It'll just give a little bit more time to do stuff, and you do get 2,000 science points as a reward. Now I do believe you won't get any different rewards than that. It's 2,000 standard across the way, and once it's broken open you can see the science points that are sitting there. You just need to jump up and grab them. You'll also get the guard dog mutation, which pretty much means the next one should be a bit easier, as it means that it increases your stats like your health and damage output and stuff, but only while you're doing the mixer event. So there is 5 of these. I went over to the Haze next, and it's just under the boardwalk just past the canister. Pretty much every infected creature going will come and attack you. This has got to be one of the hardest ones to do. Obviously I had the infected larvae. You'll notice they are all appearing as a place of interest as well, so all 5 of them currently in game. They may add more in the future. And it wasn't long that I started getting mites as well as the exploding ladybugs coming over and absolutely just wreck the mixer very quickly and very easily. So what are you meant to do? You're meant to build base defenses, including maybe the new turret. Otherwise, I'm going to show you what happened once I had blocked it all off with mushroom bricks. But first, I did want to test out. The devs had said that the Haze one would be different depending on whether or not you actually had shut up the gas from leaking. But as far as I could tell, there wasn't any difference. Obviously, it's pretty hard doing it with gas. You need to make sure you've got a gas mask on, and then obviously you're maybe not getting the best use out of your armor. I had to repair it once more just to test it. You can see I built a whole host of mushroom walls to block the entrance. At first it seemed to be doing the trick. I had them getting stiff resistance, but it wasn't long before they did start breaking through. I tried repairing the wall as they did it, but you're too slow. If one bug is attacking it, you're just not going to be able to keep it up, and then the others will start blowing it up. Absolutely, you are going to get wrecked. I can't imagine how you're going to do this unless you absolutely layer this place with defenses and the turrets. Maybe the bombs would work really well, the burr bombs that I'm going to show you guys. Obviously, in terms of defenses, there is only the burr exploding bombs or mines and the two brand new turrets. One of the turrets fires pebbles, which do damage. The other one fires pollen, which stuns creatures. At this point I panicked a little bit and I was just building anything I could. You can build quite a bit, but obviously if the creatures come in direct contact with you, that's it. All of a sudden you won't be able to place anything anymore. So you really do have to get your building done, I would advise, way before you activate the actual defense. You saw my wall disappear there. I guess it was all tethered just to one, so you've got to be careful with that as well. And I was trying to do my best to take out this one just to see. In the end though, loads of creatures started coming. I had the small little mites, they were doing a bit of damage and they were shooting from range as well. Pretty accurate between some of the gaps. It does look like they will try to destroy every single base piece as well as trying to go for the mixer, or maybe destroy all the base pieces before attempting to hit the mixer too. With some of them kind of concentrating on that and others going directly for the mixer, which I kind of liked. I like the idea of this. You can see the turret that I placed down, I didn't have any pebbles to actually use in this at that time. It wasn't long though before I started getting overwhelmed, and you can see they managed to blow up the mixer, and that was it. I had to restart even though I was so close. The turrets are really fun. I love the sound, I love the feel of them, and I can't wait to mess around with these properly and make sure I've got plenty of pebbles. It takes the pebbles directly from your inventory. You don't load it up or anything, it will just simply fire whatever you've got on you. So on to the third one, and it was in the sandbox this time. Again, really tough in terms of what resources you're going to need to put defences up. You may find it pretty troubling. You've only got some of the stems near the water oasis, and so yeah, you may be able to do something like that, but you're going to need something bigger. These guys were just coming up out of the ground pretty close, and even when I did eventually put some foundations down, they were still coming through the foundations. You can see I've got one on the floor and it still popped up through it. So maybe if I had 2 or 3 foundations stacked on each other, I thought that might do the trick. So we'll test that out in a second, I'll show you what happens. But yeah, these guys are so powerful, it would only take a couple hits from these and that's it. Your mixer is going to be going health down massively. And more started spawning as well. Even though I hadn't killed the first 2, another one spawned. So at one point I was fighting 3 of them. And I know I'm using the wrong weapons. This would be a lot easier with a salty mace, etc. But I was just doing this on live stream just to show off the different types of mixers really. And that was it, it was done. I messed it up. So tried again and it was the same sort of story. I'd build up all these foundations and walls, but they were just going directly underneath it or around. So a tricky, interesting one for sure. Definitely you might need turrets or placing some of the bombs a bit further. But like I said, they do spawn pretty close to the mechs of these guys. Whereas the other creatures and bugs, they did spawn from quite a distance away. So yeah, you can see I didn't even get the overdrive to halfway. It seemed to be going quite slow as well on this occasion, so that wasn't helping either. So yeah, you're going to need really high, powerful level assault weapons like the mace and absolutely some sort of turret system. And that was it, they managed to destroy it again. Obviously we'd seen from, like I said, the PAX East stream that the one is indeed just next to the grill on that middle flower bed. And you can see the devs had built quite a decent little base around it. Here's the location on the map, just in case you didn't realise it was right here. This one was obviously mosquitoes and black ant soldiers, as well as I think normal black ants as well. So yeah, again, going to be pretty challenging. And then the final one again from the dev stream, like I said, I'm going to be showing you these, but I wanted to just tell you what the three were that we didn't know. This is going to be all weavers and larvae, and it's just behind the bird bath underneath the bush. It's definitely going to need some time to mess around and play with these and see what to expect. And I can't wait, to be honest, making loads of guides on how to best do these in the minimalist of effort and ease. So make sure you look out for that in the future. Go and check out the rest of the guides on the Bug Strike Back. And I'll see you right back some more very soon. Bye bye.